What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Ah, fuck. Go ahead and close that. We're still not like completely organized after the move, so a lot of shit's just shoved in my closet right now. We're still trying to like go through every little thing. But what's going on, everybody? I'm trying to get this thing back on. Man, we all doing okay? We all doing okay? We all doing all right? You can hear me, right? You can actually hear me this time. What's going on, Donna? How you doing, man? What's going on, Salvucci? Yes, Salvucci 91. What's going on, Archive? What's going on? Hey Hachi. Jeez. Okay. What's going on, everybody? What's going on, all five of you? How are we doing today? We doing okay? I sure hope so. I sure hope we're doing all right. I typically would have some stuff to do today, but I don't. So I figured I might as well just make use of the time and get on here and stream a little bit. I got a couple of things that I could do. There's six of you. There's six of you. It says five for me. I think Streamlabs is lying to me. I think they're lying to me. We really hit the big time if we hit six, though. I will say. But yeah, I got a couple of things I could do. I'm planning on playing some Modern Warfare if it comes down to it, but I want to see if anybody is anybody wants to talk about anything specific. I gave people an opportunity to tell me what they want me to talk about on here. Big UFC tomorrow. Picks. How do you feel about Pereira missing weight by 3 pounds? Should 40-year-old Wonder Boy take the fight? I'll be honest with you. I don't pay attention to the UFC like that. Like people ask me all the time about like who I think is gonna win what fight and things like that. And every now and again, I can say who I think is gonna win a fight for one reason or another, right? But when people say like, oh, what are your picks for tomorrow? It's like I don't fucking know, dude. I am not the guy. I am not the guy you want to be asking, right? I made one prediction video. It was for O'Malley versus Jan, I believe, as well as Charles, Oliveira versus Islam, right? Versus the religion of Islam, right? I made the predictions. Both of them were false. Not false, but both of them did not come true. For one thing, I to this day I think Jan won. Right, I remember watching it back thinking he won. Though it has been a long time. Maybe things have changed. And I thought that Charles was gonna win. Like I'll be honest with you, and I think that if it comes down to it, excuse me, Charles could potentially make the adjustments for a second fight between them. Right, but. I don't want to sit here and be like, yeah, he's definitely going to win this time, bro. Because it's like, well, I mean, I don't know that. So, like, asking me what my picks are, I got to be honest with you. I don't have any picks because I just enjoy watching, right? Pereira missing weight by 3 pounds. That's interesting to me. And I think it really just shows the folly of the way weight classes are right now. Because he was making 185, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it was easy. It was definitely not easy for him. He was making 185. He, to my understanding, never missed weight, I don't believe. And all of a sudden he goes up to light heavy, which that's a 20-pound difference, right? He's able to gain 20 pounds of weight, and all of a sudden he misses weight. And that's because the way people play these things, right? It's like Joe Rogan said, it's like legal cheating. Like, I'm not big on weight cutting, right? I have to cut weight because I'm 6 feet tall. That's tall, but it's not that tall. So if I was to fight at like 185 or maybe even 205, right? I'm 240 pounds right now. I'll be honest with you, dude. I'm a big boy, right? I'm big this way, like when I fight at about 170 pounds, right? 170, 175. That's kind of where I try to lay. And when I cut weight, I try to only cut like 5 or so pounds, right? But you have these guys who they play the game. There's a little bit of gamesmanship with it. when Pereira went up to 100, not 100, when Pereira went up to 205 pounds, he wasn't just thinking, oh, okay, I don't have to cut weight anymore. No, he was thinking, oh, okay, I'm going to cut the same amount of weight. I'm going to cut the same amount of weight that I cut to get to 185 pounds. It's just that now I'm going to add muscle, right? Now I'm going to be, if fight week I have to cut 10 pounds, right, to get from 195 to 185, I'm going to cut 10 pounds to get to 205 from 215, right? That's the way they think about it. Right now, me personally, when I think of going up in weight, I think like, oh, good, I don't have to fucking diet as hard. Fantastic, great, But at that level of competition, if you're thinking the way that I think, right, you're at a disadvantage. It's messed up. I'm not a big fan of cutting weight, and I think that the ways that they tried to crack down on it were not only ineffective, but they were also just stupid. Hydration shit like that, like you're not allowed to use IV bags. I think that's ridiculous, especially because like there's a lot of things you can get away with on the regional circuit that you can't get away with at the top of the game, right? Um, there's plenty of dudes on the regional circuit that like because there isn't enough money in the regional circuit to be drug testing dudes and shit like that. Not only do they do straight up fucking steroids a lot of the time, but also like they'll just use IV bags. They'll make a friend who's like a firefighter or something like that, and they'll be like, "Yo, dude, here's some money. Give me some IV bags, right?" So it's like you have these dudes who they have advantages when they're on the regional scene that they don't have on as like at the upper echelon of the sport, right? And that is just a little bit weird. I'm gonna be honest with you. But in addition to that, like you should be able to rehydrate safely. And if IV bags are going to help you to rehydrate safely, you should have access to those things. You should be able to do them. You should be able to use them. You know, um, you're just making it less safe for people by being like, no IV bags, right? In addition to that, you also have this thing where like you'll be in the sauna and like the athletic commission will just show up and they'll be like, nah, you're done, you're done. We have this method of determining whether or not we feel that you've cut too much weight, and we've decided you're done. That's literally like if I remember correctly, there was a dude from my region. His name was Manny Bermudez, and he hold on one sec. I'm trying to see something. Um, like I'm pretty sure that happened to him at one point though. Like there's this dude from my region, Manny Bermudez. If you look him up, he was actually kind of like, I won't say a big name, but he was kind of on the rise at one point. He made the UFC, and he was doing pretty damn well. And he had issues with weight cutting, and I think one of the times that he was cutting weight, the commission was like, "Yeah, you're done. Nah, you're done cutting weight. We're not letting you cut weight anymore. Don't get back in the sauna." And because of that, he was like 2 or 3 pounds overweight, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong, right? Um, it's just it's messed up. The way the commission tries to like crack down on things without actually like without actually fixing the problem. Like this is something that wrestling has down very well. Like wrestling, when it comes to organizing tournaments and cutting weight, is fantastic, right? Because what happens when you, at least in the state that I grew up in, when you end up going to wrestle, right, in the beginning of the season, you end up going, you see a doctor, all right, and you get on a scale, right? Whatever you happen to be at that time, they take that, they basically take that into consideration, and then they put down on a piece of paper, this guy cannot cut any more weight than X. So like if I got on the scale and I was 215 pounds, right, the doctor might say that I could cut down to 195, maybe 185 if I was like really fat. Like it's kind of individualized. You can get away with certain things, and they'll allow you to cut a certain amount of weight. Um, but like they're not gonna allow you to cut down from like 215 to like 155 if you're like already jacked, right? If it makes sense what I'm trying to say. I feel like I'm kind of all over the place with this point. The reason why I'm all over the place with the point is because it's really one of those things that like there's it's messy. It's messy, right? The whole cutting weight thing is very messy. It sucks when somebody doesn't make weight, and especially like for a say a title fight, right? All of a sudden the title fight is off, I guess, because the champion didn't make weight. I guess I don't know, or somebody didn't make weight. It's just not fun, It's there's a lot of things in the fight game that are not optimized. There's a lot of things in the fight game that just make no sense, and they don't get changed because athletic commissions are very slow and they're always behind the times, and they're always very irrational in the way that they deal with things. Because these people at the athletic commissions a lot of the time are not actually worried about like what is safe and what is fair. They're just worried about getting their pound of flesh. That's what happened with MMA in the early days. My coach, right? If you go on my channel, you'll actually find an interview, not an interview, but a story that I had my MMA coach tell about Kimbo Slice versus Sean Gannon, right? My coach, one of his training partners, fought Kimbo Slice. His name was Sean Gannon. I actually got to meet him a couple of times. He's kind of a local legend, right? Because he was the one guy who beat Kimbo in bare knuckle, underground bare knuckle. But anyway, my coach was like kind of like somebody in this region in terms of like the early days of MMA. He was a promoter. John Jones had his first fight on my coach's card, right? The card that my coach was promoting, right? He got to train with Stephen Bonner, and just he got to meet and be around a bunch of cool people, right? The people from the athletic commission back when my coach was like running MMA shows in like the early to mid 2000s, they were boxing people. Boxing was their thing, right? And because of that, they didn't want MMA to be a thing. So they looked for any reason that they could find to try and ban it. There's a little bit more to it than that, but that's basically what it was. Athletic commissions don't care. They just want their pound of flesh. And if you threaten their bottom line in some way, then, they come after you. But like when it comes down to actually trying to keep fighters safe a lot of the time, when it comes down to fairness in the fights and things like that, they don't actually really care that much about it. So anything that they do is going to be like really fucking weird, it is what it is though. I feel like I've been bumbling with this point. I hate when I do that because I know what I'm trying to say. It's just sometimes it's hard to get it out because like I get caught off guard with a topic and things like that, or at least the direction it goes in is a little weird. There was one more thing this person wanted to say, but I've been training Muay Thai for a few weeks. Can you tell me what happens in the average class for you? Just want to see if my classes are soft or not. Well, here's the thing. Everything's a little bit different, right? Like the classes that I started taking originally, there was a lot of drilling, right? And drilling means like you stand in front of your partner, right? You got your hands up, and you'll be given a combination to work, right? So jab, cross, hook, right? It'll be the other person's job to avoid getting hit with the jab, cross, hook. Now, we're not like absolutely trying to like murk each other with them, right? That's not what it is. You're throwing like 50%, maybe 60. If you're that comfortable with your partner, maybe 70, right? The other guy knows what's coming at him, so he's not going to be caught off guard. You're not actually trying to like knock somebody out or anything like that, right? And when the person throws the jab, cross, hook, you might go parry, bridge, and then comb, or some people call it answering the phone, right? You're going to end up defending those punches, right? That's what my first class was a lot of, right? And that's actually what I prefer because it's more combat effective than just doing bags and pads all the time, right? Now, the classes that I partake in now, right? Because I have a different instructor than the one that I started out with. It's a lot of pad work. We're constantly doing pads. He'll give us a combination and we'll work that combination. It'll be like a jab cross, fade back or pull, and then like cross and then pause and then kick, right? And we'll work that. We'll mess around with it a little bit. We might add something. We might take something away. We'll switch up the tempo and things like that. Um, I'm explaining this to you to give you an idea of how different things can be based off of like who you're going to, right? Um, Me personally, though, I prefer to do a lot of drilling, right? Meaning the first thing that I described. I'm about to I'm trying. I have a bunch of footage of me teaching Muay Thai classes, right? You're gonna notice that I never use pads, right? It's very rare that I will use pads, meaning like Thai pads or focus mitts or anything like that. Um, I plan on putting a lot of that stuff out on my Patreon, but then I'm also gonna be putting short snippets of things that I put on my Patreon on my Instagram and YouTube and stuff like that. But um, overall, if you're trying to figure out whether or not you're in a good class, for one thing, like the definition of good is kind of different for everybody, right? But if you are trying to make sure that you are combat effective, you're gonna want drilling. Okay, you're gonna want a lot of drilling and a lot of light, playful sparring. Okay, you don't have to absolutely kill people. You don't have to get killed or anything like that. That's not the goal. What you're trying to do is you're just trying to move around and you're just trying to get a feel for things like distance and speed and angles and things like that, if that makes sense. My coach gives us combinations, makes us do speed kicks, speed punches, and it's all pad work. Then we switch. Yeah, that sounds a lot like you aren't from New Jersey, are you? You aren't from New Jersey by any chance, are you? Because like I'll be honest with you, the coach that I have now, like I've never seen classes like his before, and his classes are all pad work. We're holding pads and stuff like that. I don't know if it's a New Jersey thing or if that's just like a his gym thing or not. Um, but yeah, like when it comes down to it, there's a bunch of different ways you can identify things, right? I prefer classes where you're going to be drilling, not just hitting pads, okay? But just because it's a pad work type of gym, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's always bad, right? Like the gym that my current instructor comes from, right? They have a bunch of fighters at that gym. In addition to that, one of the guys who got his start at the gym, there's a guy in Thailand right now, right? He's a Westerner, but he's living in Thailand. He got his start at my coach's gym. Um, and he's ranked like top 10 in the world in like it's crazy. Like there's a lot of different factors, right? And for you to just be like, "Hey, like what should I look out for?" It's kind of a tough thing to say, you know? It's more like, if anything, what you should be looking out for is like the kinds of people that go there, as well as like whether or not you feel that things are safe, right? Um, if you're going to a gym with a bunch of like middle-aged women who like they're there more to talk than train, it's probably not really a good place for you to go if you're trying to learn to be combat effective, right? Because chances are there's a reason why that gym attracts those kinds of people. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying if you want to be combat effective, you're typically not going to be training with 45 to 50-year-old women. It's just how it is, right? Um, Typically, I won't say never. Stranger things have happened. But in addition to that, you want to make sure that you're not going to walk into a place that like, okay, there's like young guns there, and there's fighters and all this other stuff, but they don't actually give that much of a shit about you, and they're just like throwing you into spar with like the ringer, like the gym pro who's he swears he's gonna make it, man. He swears he's gonna make it. This next fight, he wins it. He's gonna get the call, bro. He's gonna get the call, and they just want like bodies for the dude to just like beat the shit out of. If that makes sense. Um, they do a session after where it's sparring. I'm waiting to be invited to it, but I don't know if I should just stay and try some sparring. If you're that new, you probably shouldn't be sparring like that. I'm the kind of person where like the day you walk into my class, you will be sparring. But I would never tell anybody to walk into a gym, take one class, and then start sparring. I know how I do my classes, and I know how I put people in situations, right? I know the appropriate way to put somebody in a sparring situation, even if it is their first day. So, if you came to my gym and I happen to be teaching the Muay Thai class that day, you'd be sparring. You would. But I'm not going to tell you to go somewhere else and then immediately jump into sparring. You should wait until you have your bearings and things like that, if that makes sense. Um, Based Alcatraz says, I think changing and adding weight divisions would help a lot, like moving 170 to 175 and adding a 165-pound division, adding a 195-pound division. Yeah, no, it definitely would. The issue is, though, like, it kind of becomes a little bit weird, I feel like, because you get to a point where you have so many weight divisions that, um, it's like it kind of stops meaning anything. Like pro boxers, like if you have one championship belt, right, in pro boxing, it really doesn't mean much. Yeah, sure, you're a champion, but nobody really cares. Nobody knows your name that well, right? What you're going for is unified champion, right? You're trying to get all the fucking belts for whatever weight division you're in. And then on top of that, what you're trying to do is you're trying to move to other weight divisions, right? That's what the greats do nowadays, right? You don't just have someone who's like you don't have someone who only has one belt. You got to have multiple belts. That's the way you kind of differentiate yourself from every other boxer out there nowadays. And that has made it really weird. It's made it convoluted, and it's made it so that people will like try to duck each other. And it's made it so that it's kind of hard to pay attention because you have like 4 or 5 governing bodies that all have their own championship belts to hand out, right? So you have like 4 or 5 belts that you could get as a middleweight boxer, right? But then also the next weight class is only like 5 pounds heavier, right? So you might as well go for those ones too. And then the weight class below yours is only 5 pounds lighter, so you might as well go for that. You basically have these guys where like they just kind of take up a block, right? And when it's not like that, it's like, okay, you have this one guy, and that one guy. And the thing is, they're all basically the same. It's just how much weight did they happen to cut before the fight. That's literally the only difference between them. And they don't want to fight each other because they know it'll be a tough fight. And because of that, it's boring and it's convoluted, bottom line, right? And I think that's part of the reason why Dana doesn't add a bunch of weight classes and things like that. He doesn't have weight classes be every 5 pounds because he knows like if they added like a 145 to 155, that's 10 pounds. If they added a 150-pound weight class, it's either going to be Makachev or Volkanovski. That's who's gonna be the 150-pound champ. If they added a 130-pound belt, it would be Volk or it would be Sterling, right? That's who it would be, right? All of a sudden, having 2 belts doesn't mean anything anymore, right? Because if you're 145 pounds, you might as well cut down to 140, because why not? Like it's 5 extra pounds. You're good. And I think that's why Dana doesn't do that, because he knows that it would be convoluted and it would make the same mistake that boxing made with having a bunch of weight classes, and then on top of that, you have like this wouldn't necessarily be a UFC problem, but you have like a bunch of different sanctioning bodies and things like that. It's crazy. What's going on, Caruso? How's it going, Scott? Are you watching UFC 291 this weekend? If so, who do you have, Gaethje or Poirier? Yeah, I mean, I plan on watching it. As for who I have, I'm not sure. I got to be honest with you. To my understanding, Poirier won last time. But we'll see if anything changes. I'm not trying to make a bunch of predictions and things like that because at the end of the day, like whoever's gonna win is gonna win. I think they could break up 145, 155, and 170, but I like his hardline stance on it. I think it's ultimately good. When you say break up, do you mean like again, like add a 150, right? Like the most I would be willing to go is maybe like taking 170 and bumping it to 165, or like was said by Alcatraz, bumping 170 to 175. That's the most I think I would be willing to go. I do think 10-pound weight differences are a good thing. I think they're a good thing. They're what are they? They're enough, right? They're enough. They are the word is escaping me right now. Substantial. They're substantial enough. WizBiz, each belt has its own roster of ranked guys that are up for mandatory chances at the belt. Exactly. And it's like, how are you going to care about all of them? It's tough to care about all the UFC fighters. For a second, I'll be honest with you, I forgot that Aljamain Sterling was the 135-pound champ. I forgot about that. Because what do I care? 135 is not that important to me. It's not that interesting. I like Jan. I like O'Malley, right? Calvin Cater and Rob Font, simply because they're dudes who are from my region. Those are the only four that I really care about. Not a big Aljo fan, gonna be honest with you, right? Um, like it just kind of is what it is, like lightweight and welterweight are more interesting to me, along with like middleweight's interesting enough, right? Light heavyweight, don't really care that much, gonna be honest with you. Heavyweight, don't really care that much, gonna be honest with you, right? It's hard enough to care about the UFC, right? You can't follow fighters anymore like you used to, right? There's no guarantee that the guys that are going to be fighting are actually worth shit. Like, and it sounds fucked up me saying that, but it's true. Dana just kind of like throws guys chances just cause, just cause he's looking for an easy win for the guy that he's trying to build up. Um, excuse me. It's hard, right? So like imagine it's hard to care about the UFC like that. How in the hell am I going to care about boxing, right? I think it's like I forget who's even boxing this weekend. It's supposed to be like a legendary fight, right? It's supposed to be like one of the best fights of our lifetime or some shit like that. I forget who it is. Was it like Crawford and Spence or something like that? I might be wrong. I might be right. I don't even know, dude. And it's like I don't care about these guys. I don't. Like if just being honest about it. The talent is there at those weights. They could have a new division. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about now. Um, yeah. All right. I'm gonna keep reading chat. Don't worry, but I'm gonna see how playing Modern Warfare while I do this would work. Waiting for Modern Warfare to boot up though. It's taking a second. Yeah, Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence. I literally almost said Errol versus Spence. And then I was like, nah, wait a second. I think Errol is Spence's first name. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Oh man. Alt tab. Uh-oh. Alright. Alright, desktop audio and whoop. Uh-oh, what's that? Oh man, I'm fucking up in the game right now, boys. Oh, hold on. I need to check something. All right, cool. Uh, okay. So we're actually a little bit big. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's all good. I'm getting this figured out slowly but surely. Um, all right, there we go. Oh, duh. What am I doing? All right. Don't worry. We're good. We're good. Boxing doesn't get near the reach it used to. Yeah, and it's because again, it's so. Well, here's the thing, right? Boxing is only as big as its biggest star, and that's kind of just the way that it is because when it comes down to it, the Red Sox are the Red Sox, right? They're the Boston Red Sox. They play in Boston, right? That's where their field is. That's where Fenway Park is. Um, the Arizona Cardinals. They play in Arizona, right? Etc., etc. You have these teams that are tied to a local area. You have these teams that are tied to a a region, right? And because of that, people grow up and they become die hard about it, right? Um, that just is what it is. Now, when it comes to fighting, you don't have that. And they've tried to do this. They're trying to do this with boxing currently. There is a promotion, right? That's where Greg Hardy got KO'd once. There was two major Greg Hardy KOs that happened semi recently. One of them was BKFC. The other one was for this like fight league type deal where they have boxing teams and things like that. They tried to do the same thing with MMA, and there were actually some interesting names who took part in Team MMA. And I don't mean like everybody in the cage at once. I mean a card is made up of one team versus another team. You have lightweight fighter from both teams. They go, they fight. Whoever wins, that's basically like a point. Welterweight from each team goes, fights. Whoever wins, that's a point, etc., etc. Right? They've tried to do that. It doesn't quite work, right? At the end of the day, the way you're going to make money and the way you're going to get a loyal following is going to be through your personality. And unfortunately, a lot of people just don't have personalities that are worth like following and things like that. And it's funny because, and I've actually talked about this with influencer boxing. You would think that these people who have personalities that have made it so that people want to follow them and like, keep up with them and things like that, you would think that they would be able to bring that to influencer boxing, but they are not able to do that. They don't do it for one reason or another. And it sucks, it really fucking sucks. But yeah, at the end of the day, boxing is only as big as its most uh prestigious or followable, I guess you could say, talent. And boxing doesn't really have that right now, you know? Um, that's not to say that, like, they don't have the talent. They have the talent. Canelo, people say he's on the downslope. I don't know. Maybe he is, but, um, man, like, generational talent people will study and people will look at for years. Mayweather, same thing, even though he's been gone for long ass time, right? But you get the idea, right? The talent has gone up, right? It's not to say people yesterday were less talented. It's just that the amount of talent that we have is like it's there, right? Training methods have improved. Conditioning has improved, like etc. etc. But the personalities are just not there. You don't have a Muhammad Ali character right now. You don't have a Tyson. You don't have a Tommy Morrison even. You don't have um you don't have a Sugar Ray Leonard or a Marvin Hagler or a Chris Eubank Sr. You don't have those guys. You just have dude who sits down and says, "I'm gonna punch you," as if he's the only one in the room who knows how to fight. Right? It's crazy. But anyway, which one do you guys want me to play? Quick play, which is gonna be, it's gonna be the Russian roulette of game modes. Close quarters, which I would assume is like shipment. I would assume, yeah. Small map playlist. Shipment 24/7, which is always a shit show. It is always a shit show. Send them Scarlett Johansson aliens my way, baby. Yeah, I heard there was some weird. I heard there was some weird shit about some woman senator or whatever was like I think that aliens thing was a distraction, right? There was some like woman senator or something like that talking to some guy who apparently is a whistleblower, right? This whistleblower who was able to operate in public without fear of getting murked, unlike most other whistleblowers, the Schmoden guy, the Schmedward Schmoden guy, he ends up having to go to Schmrussia, right? Because he could end up getting effed in the A for what he did. But the aliens guy, he gets to waltz in, take a seat. I'll tell you a little bit more later, but not no. Right? Like, no. I'm not one of those people who's like, everything's a distraction, bro. Bro, everything's a distraction, bro. Dude. Like, it's I'm not like that, but like I know when something's a little bit fucking weird, and that to me was weird that they had a dude who, if my understanding was correct, I haven't looked into this that hard, so I might completely be talking shit right now. I might be completely wrong. All right, but I saw something on Twitter about like, oh, whistleblower said, and then it was like a thing in Congress. Where like the alleged whistleblower was there talking. Like from what it seemed. I could be wrong. What's going on? Tie spin. Game's gonna be more like background noise. I don't exactly know what you mean by that. Alright, you know what? I'm literally gonna close my eyes and I'm gonna click one. Alright, I'm gonna open my eyes and whichever it's closest to, I'm gonna click it. Where is it? Fuck. Where'd it go? Oh, okay. I don't want to play Resurgence. I'm actually not big on Warzone. So, have you ever been into any fighting games, Scott? Mortal Kombat. I love Mortal Kombat. We'll go ahead. We'll play close quarters because why the hell not? I love Mortal Kombat. It's really the only fighting game that I've ever really been into. Johnny Cage is my favorite. I love Johnny Cage. I love the lore behind it all. I used to know so much about the lore. I've probably forgotten a lot of it by now. But it's fun. I love it, Oh, excuse me. What's it called? Yeah, MK Classic. Don't get me wrong, I like the classic games, but my favorite is Mortal Kombat Deception, and I have no idea how that was not a much more popular game than it was. Like, it was great. The only thing I wish they would have added was, like, say, an RPG kind of feel to it, right? Because it's an open world game. It's a sandbox game. But it's only a sandbox game basically insofar as you can run from one fight to the next, right? And I guess that's kind of at least partially why it ended up that way, right? You know what? Fuck it. I'm usually good with the throwing knife, but now that you guys are watching, I'm probably going to be so awful at it, right? But if they fleshed out the open world in Deception a little bit more, it would have been the most popular Mortal Kombat game by leagues. Forgot it was Domination. And I'm the only responsible one. The only one who's like, hey, let's get C. Hey, let's make sure we're actually going to win this game. Let's play the objective. Dickheads. Oh, no, I ain't going that way because Probably someone with a sniper rifle or something, I would assume. Oh. Oh, boy. I'm so nervous. I don't want to look dumb. I need to look like I'm totally MLG. Damn. Stealing my kill. Fucking dickhead. Oh, that guy, too. Dude. I'm playing with a bunch of fucking kill stealers right now, bro. It's so weird because I can see... Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. I can see, right? My second monitor's over here. I can see myself playing. And it's throwing me for a loop. I'm like, oh, jeez, what the hell is going on here? Street Fighter for life. I don't have anything against Street Fighter. I don't have anything against any, Oop, fuck you. I don't have anything against any, other fighting games. It's just the only one that I've ever really been able to get into. Shit. Was Mortal Kombat, right? I remember I wasn't even allowed to play it when I was a kid. I was kind of sheltered. I was pretty sheltered as a kid. I wasn't allowed to play rated T games, which basically means, you know, I'm traumatized and I was abused as a child. That's what that means. No, but like I wasn't allowed to own games. Oh man, I'm messing around too much. I wasn't allowed to own games that were above like a T rating until I was like 14, 15, right? Like no lie. Like that's kind of how my mom was. It would happen on occasion. My dad would be like, "Fuck it, who cares? Here you go, have this." But like because of that, I wasn't allowed to play Mortal Kombat. But what I would do is I would go over to my friend's house and they would have it and they'd end up playing it. You know, would end up playing it with them. And I think that's part of the reason why I loved it so much because I had a I wouldn't even really call him a friend, right? But like, you know, he was a kid from the neighborhood, right? Who we would be friendly at times, right? Typically he would like mess with me. You know, he was one of those kids who's like antagonistic, you know? But regardless, I'm you know, explaining too much. Oh jeez. Oh boy. Anyway, I'm explaining too much. We used to go to his house, and he loved the Mortal Kombat games, so we would end up playing. We would play Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. We would play the co-op. Whoa, hey there. Again, we would play the co-op, and uh-oh. You know, that's kind of where I got my love of Johnny Cage, because we all had our own characters that we would pick. He would pick Liu Kang. My friend Andrew would pick Kung Lao. I forgot who my brother would mainly pick, but I would pick Johnny Cage because he was basically the leftover one, I'll be honest with you. But I did like him because of the nut punches, I'll be honest with you. Where is everybody? Oh, hey there, dickhead. Oh, almost. That dude's AFK. I love knifing AFK guys from like far away because it just feels funny to me. I don't know why. Ooh. Dude, these guys are literally like they're either AFK or they're just camping in weird spots. Like what the hell is that? You dummy. Shoot House is the modern day or Shoot House is damn, I forget which one Activision makes, but damn. Shoot House is the Modern Warfare version of yeah, there we go. Damn, why can't I remember Nuketown? Duh. I forgot the name of it for a second. But yeah, Shoot House. Wow, I'm sucking with this throwing knife right now. This is my throwing knife map. I usually get like mad like kills with the throwing knife on here. That's why I keep going to it. But yeah, this is the Modern Warfare version of Nuketown. Yeah. Damn, that was crazy. Yeah, there's just some maps from Modern Warfare that are always going to be great, you know? To the point where, like... Damn. To the point where you have, paintball companies that are like, hey, let's make a Nuketown paintball fucking course. Damn. My keyboard got in the way. Don't worry, guys. I don't suck. It's my keyboard. That's what it is. That's what it is, everybody. I don't suck. It's the keyboard. Alright. Uh-oh. Oh. Hey there. Wow, nice jump, dickhead. That helped. Yeah, you know what? I should. Whoa. Uh-oh, not alpha. There's one. Alright, hopefully I'll... Whoa, nope. I love just running with the throwing knife. What? Huh? Oh, man. I thought... dude, that sucks. That's alright, though. Whatever. Wow, we are murking these guys, though, I will say. There's been issues the last few days I've noticed where you call in a care package and it doesn't allow you to pick it up. Like I'm pretty sure I have an example of it on video too, because I've been taking I've been working on a new griefing video, right? I gave people a ooh, okay, hi there. I gave people a small dose of it, right? But like I've been working on a new griefing video, so I've been doing a lot of recording my matches and shit like that. Oh yeah, wait, how do you... Oh, 2 switches weapon, duh. I rarely ever get the gunship, so I'm just like, oh man, I'm being that guy right now. Why is it not? Okay, that's cool. Am I like... Yeah, I didn't think this thing ran out of ammo, but I was like, huh, that's weird. AC 130. Dude, you know what's crazy about this game? Right? I had this realization, right? In the first level of this game, in the first mission of this game, right? If I remember it correctly, in the first mission of this game, they end up having a drone, right? You end up piloting a drone, and you have to guide a missile, and it's like, wow, like the way that they're kind of the way that they're sort of like trying to glorify the whole drone thing is like that's pretty crazy, bro. That's pretty insane when you think about it, you know? Door stuck. Have a door stuck moment. That's basically what that was a door stuck moment. My mom didn't let us watch The Simpsons, so Dad would watch entire seasons with us. Yeah, you know. I mean, I'm not trying to like sit here and be like, oh, I had it rough. Oh, everybody kind of had it rough to a degree growing up for the most part, right? Everybody has that one thing or that multiple things from when they were a kid. Like everybody's fucked up to some degree. So when you talk about it like that, you know, it's kind of like oh, boohoo, you know. But like, my dad and I, we didn't get along growing up all the time, but like I knew that he really did want us to get along, because when my mom, who was like, my mom and I really didn't get along, and I mean fucking really, to the point where even today, like, she opens her mouth and like just out of reflex, I want to be like, yo, shut up, you know, like that's how I am even to this day, right? And I make sure that I don't do that, obviously, but the way that I knew my dad legitimately was trying his best, right, was like every now and again he'd be like, all right, like, you know, Scott's mom is being like crazy, like I'm just gonna go ahead and say fuck it, and you know they're gonna go, oh dude, this would be perfect for griefing right now. Everybody's got a headset on. This would have been perfect for griefing, but I ain't trying to do that right now, because the thing is, like, griefing and stuff like that, when it comes down to it, actually, no. When it comes down to it, griefing is, you know, it's good to see the final product. You don't want to see how the sausage is made because there's a lot of time where it's just dead air, you know. I'll be sitting here playing fucking shit on my phone, and you guys will be hearing it too, and you'll be like annoyed by it. Oh, dude, I like Hardpoint. It's just Hardpoint takes so long that like I don't. Oh, fuck, I don't prefer it. You know, I prefer it when it's like a Saturday, and I'm like, all right, whatever, who cares, you know? Yeah, fuck you. Oh, nope. Fuck you. Damn right we have. I've taken the lead. Who's we? Yeah, fuckhead. Oh. So, oh no, it's, oh man. No, I ain't doing it out here. I'll do it out there though. I'm gonna hide. I'm gonna hide and try and make sure. Wait, nope. Here I am. Ooh, that could be a problem. That, no, I think he's turning around. Yeah, there we go. This is one of the worst places to get a mortar strike. Oh, and I forgot it's not one of those tablet ones. You actually have to. Oh, hi there. You actually have to sight your target. Where's the hard point though? Oh, damn, that sucks. Oh, dude. That's the other thing about Hardpoint I'm not a big fan of. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not the type of dude who gets mad about video games, you know? But, like, you get that. It's just, like, Hardpoint is just the camping game. So you're just, like, you round a corner, and all of a sudden you're blasted, and you're just like, oh, alright, that guy's been waiting here forever. Or like that. I guarantee you, yeah, this dude hanging out. That's alright, though. It's just a stupid fucking game. Whoa, hey there. Wow, I can't. I literally can't. I'm a Tumblr girl. I'm a Tumblr girl. I can't. I literally can't. Oh. Where? Oh, there's a new hard point, isn't there? Yeah. Get out of my way, you fuck. Probably last place. Ah, trophy system. Uh-huh. Alright, let's move in behind this guy. Good teamwork. Good teamwork. Damn. Not good enough, though. Kids today don't know. Getting bullied in Modern Warfare 2 lobbies on Xbox Live as a kid made me into the sad man that I am today. Exactly. It puts hair on your chest. Damn. Damn, bro. Yeah, it puts hair on your chest. Call of Duty has not been the same ever since they started matching you with new people every time, right? Because that's what they do now. You used to stay in the same game, right? The same lobby with the same people. Damn. You used to be able to talk shit to them for hours, right? I keep forgetting I have this thing. But you used to be able to talk shit for hours, right? That's just how it was. Yeah, alright, fuck it. We'll try it. I just want to get rid of the thing at this point. But you don't have that anymore. You know? You legit don't have that. Got him. And it's not the same. You know? You know somebody for like, you know, not that you ever know somebody, but you're with this person for like 10 minutes tops, you know? And that the reason they did it is because they were like, oh, we don't want a toxic fan base. We don't want toxic players. And it's like, yo, people would put up with it though. Like, I don't know anybody who was ever like, oh, this needs to change immediately. Like, legit, like, the only people who were doing that were, like, a minority of people, right? And I trust me, I know how things work, right? The loud minority, you know, squeaky wheel gets the grease, all this other shit. But it's just, like, Modern Warfare is not as fun anymore. It's just not that fun, right? It's fun enough as to where, like, when I need to waste time, when I have, like, an hour or so to waste, or if it's, like, Friday night and like, you know, because me, I don't have like friends like that. I'll be honest with you, you know, fucking all my friends are from like out of state and we see each other once every like 3-4 months, right? Oh, who's this? Like I'll hang out and I'll play and we'll fuck around a little bit. Damn, that sucks. But like, it would be more fun if you didn't have to join parties with people in order to not just get thrown into a different game every time, you know? Like, I don't mind the idea of mosh pit, right? It's all good, you know? I think it's actually... Oh, shit. I actually think it's a good idea, right? Because sometimes I'm not even in the mood for anything in particular. You know, I'll play a game of team deathmatch, and then I'll play gun game, and then I'll play, you know... I don't like free-for-all at all, actually, but... You know, just as an example, then I'll play a game of free-for-all, right? I'll do that. I have no problem with it. But, what the hell's going on here? Confirm. Anyway, I'll do that. But I want to play it with the same group of people. Because when one guy is like, oh, I'm totally kicking your ass. I want to, for one thing, I want to talk shit. Talking shit is fun. Even when you're losing. Talking shit is more fun when you're losing. Because because you know that guy's upset because he's like, what? I'm winning right now. He shouldn't be the one talking shit. I should be the one talking shit. That makes it more fun, right? When you're losing and you're like, yeah, well, I fucked your mom, bro. But like, you can't do that anymore, you know? Because they fucked it all up, right? Oh, what? Huh? Hey there. Damn, that sucks. Did I at least get him with the grenade? Oh no, I got the assist though. Damn, I wanted to get the trophy system because I knew I was surrounded. So at the very least, if I got the trophy system, I could toss a grenade in there later. Damn. Fucking campus kid. See, like, I'd start some shit with some guys by being like, you guys are fucking campers, knowing full well that the game is the camping game. This game, you camp in this game. That's what you do, you know? Damn. And that would have started like a fun, like, half hour. But you can't do that anymore. I uninstalled this game after Season 2. Yeah, I don't blame you. The only reason I still have it, the only reason I still play it is because, one, I won't lie, it is fun enough, right? Like I said. But two, I'm not really a gamer like I used to be, right? I don't keep up with the newest shit, you know? For one thing, what's the point? For another thing, you know, oh, damn. What the hell? I guess I'm shooting fucking sawdust out of this thing. But for... Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, for another thing, though, like, I'm not into gaming that much, so, like, I'm not going to sit here and spend money on a game that I'm not 100% sure about. I'm not that adventurous anymore, you know, if I'm just being honest. You know, then, with this shit, though, like, it's enough. It's just barely enough, I guess you could say. Damn. Dude, I'm 17 and 400, probably. I'm not doing well right now. Oh, man. One of those things. I'm confused as to what that is. Like, I'm confused as to what this is supposed to be. Is it like hydrogen? Is it white phosphorus or something like that? Is it like a fueled air bomb? What's going on, Pixelante? I miss game griefing. You're gonna like a video that I'm working on then, dude. You're gonna like the video that I'm working on. It's not done yet. Oh, it's getting closer and closer. I don't know if that's... Yeah, I knew it. Yeah, I'll inbox it to you though, because it's something where with this video that I'm working on, it's gonna be public for a few hours, and then it's going straight on my Patreon. Which, if you want to get exclusive content, including any griefing videos that I work on, there's already one on there right now. Go to my Patreon. Okay, I'm pretty sure the link is in the description. It's $5 a month. You get access to a bunch of content that you're not going to be able to get to see unless you you get behind that paywall. So, you know, that just is what it is. In addition to that, since we're doing this, right, please go ahead, like the stream. All right. I would really appreciate it. Also share it. Oh, fuck. Excuse me. I'll go ahead. I'll play another game or two. Hopefully, if it's hardpoint, I'm going to back out. I ain't trying to play hardpoint again. That was like, I feel like that took too long. You know, I'm not a fan of hardpoint in a situation like this. You know? Sweet, we'll have to game on stream sometimes. Yeah, I'm down, you know? When it comes to streaming with other people, I'm always down to do it. I just, for one thing, I never think to ask people, because I'm always like, oh, like, what if they're busy? Like, legit, you know? That's why I haven't been on stream with any of the fish or anything like that. You know, it was basically like Airsoft Fatty asked me to be on his, and then Sylvia asked me to be on one of hers, and I was like, yeah, sure, of course, why not? Other than that, I've been on Instagram Live with John a couple of times. Me and John got to see each other a few days ago, which is cool. You know, that's why I haven't really been on any streams or anything like that, because I'm bad at asking people, because I'm always like, what if I bother him though? What if I get on this dude's nerves though, dude? Oh, it just says close quarters. It doesn't say whether it's gonna be like hard point or some shit like that. That's fucking stupid as hell, man. I'd rather play. It's fucking hard point, dude. Bro, eat shit. Nah, get out of here. Oh, it'll count as a loss. Oh no. Oh no. Fucking dickheads. Wait. What? Deathmatch domination? Oh, you know what? Yeah, we'll mess around with this. I'd rather play Pokemon Yellow version some days and hide in my bathtub. I've never played the Pokemon games. I never had a Game Boy or anything like that. I had a Wii, which I know, like, that's not the same, obviously. But I'm just saying, that's the only Nintendo anything that I've ever owned, right? And it was because my brother bought into the whole gimmick of like, oh, wow, you can swing the fucking thing and you can throw it at your TV and put a hole in your TV. You can fucking punch grandma as she's walking by and you're playing Wii boxing. You know, that's my brother was excited for that. So he was like, yo, I want that. And my parents were like, all right, okay, cool. You know? John is interesting. Yes, he is. I love John, man. You know, he's a cool guy. Wii Sports is a classic. It is, though, honestly. Like, the only thing that I think was really worth it for the Wii was Wii Sports, which is ironic because it literally came free with the Wii. Anything... Oh, geez, we're in the middle of a match already. I was waiting for the countdown, bro. I was not paying attention. I was waiting for the countdown. Oh, hi there. You dickhead. You too. That's the thing you're fucking doing. Get your shit together. Anyway. Like, the game that came free with the Wii was the only game that was really worth it, in my opinion. You know, I had Call of Duty 3. I thought it was really cool. You know, the commercial worked on me. They had a dude ducking behind his... Damn. They had a dude ducking behind his couch, and then he was like, right? With the Wii remote and things like that. That was cool, right? Other than that, though, like, it was just like, alright, whatever, you know? I think we had Camper. I think we had Super Paper Mario as well. That was an alright game that we ended up getting stuck on, my brother and I. Damn. This game is just fucked. I got dropped in a game where we're losing heavily by over 100. And I'm just like, I'm getting fucked up. Alright, what the hell was that? Who was that? Who, what? I thought I saw the bullets going that way, not this way. Jeez. Oh man. Anyway, yeah, the Wii was a console that could have been better if Nintendo actually gave a shit about having like good games, you know. But Nintendo doesn't really care about having good games. They release like 1 or 2 per console, and imagine the fact that there's actually people out there who like they'll spend $400 on a console just to spend $60 per game like twice, you know. Really peak consumer bullshit, you know, peak consumer, right? Damn, these guys are just everywhere. We are getting outclassed, and then some. Wow. My team sucks, guys. It's my team. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Is that? I don't know. I don't know if that was the. Oh yeah, it was. Damn. At least we're not playing hardpoint, bro. Spawn killing. That's not cool, bro. That's not okay. Yeah, I'll be honest with you though. I have thought about getting a Wii again just to do Wii Sports, but oh, damn. Way to see that guy and do something about it. Fuck him. I have thought about getting Wii Sports again so that I could yeah, you know what? I will tell him. Yo, you guys fucking suck. You guys suck ass.
Yo, man, if you want bot lobbies, you gotta buy skins.
I'ma buy your mother. Alright, oh, yeah. I don't give a fuck about Battle Pass. Everything's Battle Pass fucking dickhead bullshit, you know? Yeah. I don't know though. You know, the Wii, like I have pleasant memories about the Wii, but like the thing is I played it for like not even 6 months, you know? And then that was that. It was a cool concept, and I feel that they could have done more with it, but they just didn't. For one reason or another. Right? Threatened to put him in a guillotine. I can imagine a Wii Sports Scott Sullivan boxing stream. Dude, honestly, that is a good idea. That's a really good idea. And the thing is, like I hate boxing shit from video games because it's never quite the same, you know. You know, but Wii Sports did it the right way, right? Comparatively, like I hated the way the Xbox did you know, boxing with their, I don't even remember, Connect, I think it was called, something like that. Like there was, they had their own like sensor thing, and you didn't need a remote. You know, you just used your body. Whoa, right? The way their boxing was like terrible, but Wii Sports was like actually surprisingly good. It was like true to life, as close as you could get in 2007 with a video game. If we're just being honest. Where's A? Oh, there's A. Ah, yes, Xbox Connect. That was like a fever dream, doing Connect. Alpha Secure. Alright. Oh, damn. I made a miscalculation. Nope. Wait, what? Oh, okay. I usually don't. It usually doesn't spawn me here. Oh, hi. Hey. Nice. Alright. Well. Long shot. Damn. So I got that guy. Like. Whoop. Shit. 1, 2. Go get off. Oh, damn. Really? Alright, there we go. Alright, guys. I'm warmed up now. That's what it is. I just need to get warmed up. I'm really in the MLG. Okay. Oh, hi there. Actually, the MLG was named after me. All right. I don't know, man. Shit, they're all hanging out, having a good time. Oh, you know what? They're all on there. So I hope they're all on there. If so, I'm about to kill mad dudes. They can hear you? No, they can't hear me. I'm just talking shit. Yeah, well, got the double kill at least. I don't know, maybe... Oh. Maybe after I'll talk more shit. Oh, no, they're not. Not anymore. Yes, Major Lethal Ginger. Alright, there we go. I can't find a place where I'm comfortable to use the whatever it's called. The care package. Alright, whatever. Going up here. Alright. Oh boy, Battle Pass. Whoa. Whoa, Battle Pass. Damn, I got two. I need to reload. Alright, I'll do that now. I love shotguns because they're not like noob tubes, but they're just enough like noob tubes as to where, like, people get mad when you use them and you're doing well with them. Oh, hey there. Damn, bro. That sucks. I forget how... I don't even know how many kills that was on the kill streak. Alright, whatever. We are gonna go ahead. Yeah, I don't even know, dude. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Oh. Well, I got him. Alright, we need to use... Oh, wait. You big dummy. We need to use this, so I'm gonna go ahead. It looks like our spawn is here, so... With the fights going on, what do you think about the whole BMF belt gimmick? I always thought it was kind of stupid, I'll be honest with you. You know, it's dumb, you know? Oh, I forgot, this is also not one of those, but Dana said himself, he doesn't put on gimmick fights, so, you know. But, like, yeah, alright, hopefully that works. 1, 2, 3. Wasn't sure what to do. Oh, good. That thing worked. I didn't think it was gonna work. Overall, I think the BMF belt thing is stupid. You know, if you want to, like, making it a belt, right? You could have some other form of accolade other than having a belt, right? Not everything has to be belts. You could do like special medals, you know. You could do ribbons. You could do ribbons like it's a horse competition. Oh damn! I wasn't sure if he was up top or not. You could do something like that at the end of the day, right? It doesn't have to be a belt, right? You know, you can do the BMF award, right? Something like that, you know? But making it a belt every time, it's like, no, that implies that that belt is up for grabs. If whoever wins, right, whether it's Gaethje or Poirier, that implies that if they end up fucking losing, right, their next fight, well, that belt is up for grabs, right? And it. Oh, all right. I don't know if those guys are. I don't know if those guys are moving. Got him. It's just pointless. It's stupid. I don't like it. Bottom line, you know. I could sit here explaining it, and I mean, I did explain it a little bit, but like, I don't want to over-explain why I think it's a stupid idea. It's just at the end of the day, like, if you have something, it's in effect. Bottom line, you don't get to sit here and be like, yeah, it's a one-time thing. We're gonna hand out belts, you know. But does that mean he's the champion? No. Does that mean if he loses the next fight, he has to give the belt up? No. So it's like, all right, like, that belt doesn't fucking mean anything then, you know? What's even the point? Fucking, you're trying to get some more pay-per-view buys and shit like that? All right, that's cool, I guess. Got him. But, like, there's other ways you can do that, you know? There we go. Yo, shut the fuck up, dude. Bro, we can't hear footsteps. Dude, I've been listening to your ass the whole time, bro. You fucking suck, bro. Dude. Look at you. I'm in first place. I'm in first place. You on your knees. Oh, man. If only just a little bit longer. Oh, man. Alright. I'm gonna do one more. Excuse me. I'm gonna do one more game and then I'll probably get out of here. It's been over an hour, you know. I feel like I don't know how people can stream for multiple hours at a time, right? I'll be honest with you. Like, I've done it a few times basically by accident, right? Like the Creator Clash stream, that was 5 hours. I took that down, and not that anyone here is probably interested in not that anyone here is probably interested in watching a 5-hour stream, right? But I took that down. I put it up on my Patreon. Oh. Yo, shut up, bro. Dude.
Bruh.
It's you again, bruh? Bruh.
Really?
Bruh.
Bruh. Bruh.
Bruh, fuck out of here.
Yeah,
Respectful.
bruh.
Literally the same fucking dudes. Holy shit. That's great.
Get Luke.
Oh, it sounded like
Yeah, good. Bruh. See, now I gotta play for the what do I gotta play for? I gotta keep it on, and I gotta annoy my team because these guys are on the other team, and when I kill them, there's gonna be the last words cam. Not last words cam, what the fuck, last words chat. So I'm gonna talk shit to him in the last words chat. Sensei Scott, do you stick to the thin bag mitts or 14 to 16 ounce on? I mean, I prefer smaller mitts, but I tend to just use whatever the hell I end up getting my hands on. Yo, shut up, bro. Bro, you're getting in the way, bro. I will shut that off because that will get annoying, like, real quick, you know? And it's not even like he's being fun and, like, talking shit back. He's just like, oh, whatever. Those people are the worst. The people that, like, they mic spam, but not even in, like, a funny way. They do it in, they do it as, it's not even that they're doing it. Oh, hey there. Wow. It's not even that they're doing it on purpose. It's just, like, their AC is on in the background, and you can fucking hear, and you're like, yo, dude, like, your shit's on. They're like, well, they don't even fucking answer you. Anyway, yeah, like, there we go. Yeah, like, it really depends, you know? If you feel more comfortable with the 14 to 16 ounce gloves, you definitely should use them, all right? You definitely should use the 14 to 16 ounce gloves. But I prefer bag mitts because you get a little bit more feedback, and honestly, it's just more, hey there, right in the butt. It's just more, like, satisfying to hit the bag with smaller gloves, you know? I like hitting the bag bare knuckle, but, you know, with small gloves on, it's so much nicer because you don't have to worry. Oh, yeah, that's right, bitch. Work for me. You know, you don't have to worry as much about, like, hand injuries and stuff like that when you do have some kind of glove on your hand, you know? Dumbass. Do it again. Alright. Damn right we are. Oh shit. Ooh. Hey there. Nice to know ya. Uh-oh. Ooh. Yeah, that could have been real bad. Oh. Damn, bro. I hate mumble mouth bruh zoomers so much, dude. Yeah. Yeah. Those dudes are the worst. They're I'm trying to I think they're not only are they the Zoomers equivalent of like the swag kids, right? You used to have these kids like you know, like the hype beast, like the swag kids. The kids who used to walk around in like 2010, 2011 going, "I got swag, son. You can't jack my swag." Like literally the same literally the same types of kids though. It's just like now they say bruh, you know? They say bruh and bussin'. For real, for real. Alright, whatever. And then I want to see what happens. Ah, airspace too crowded. Fuck you then. We're back in this game because of me. That's right. Dr. Disrespect? Nah. They call me the 3-time. Oh, shit. Oh. Got here. Uh-oh. Damn, son. Do you have a favorite UFC fighter, or maybe your most exciting to watch? I don't necessarily have one right now. I do like Charles Oliveira. I like Jan. I like O'Malley, you know. Who else? Colby. Colby is one of my favorites to watch, though I wouldn't say that he's my favorite fighter, necessarily. He's just my favorite guy to watch right now because he makes things a little bit interesting, you know? I think the whole Trump thing is, like, hilarious because it pisses so many people off, you know? There's a lot of racists in the MMA world, right? There's a lot of racist dickheads in the MMA world who, like, they just want to see white people lose every time, you know? So to have somebody like Colby who, like, he's white, right? Which, like, that's, like, the least of my concern in the first place, but, like, you know, it's not like George Masvidal, right? Or Jorge, right? Where he's a Trump supporter too, but people ignore that because he's not white, right? But like Colby's white, so not only do a lot of people want to see him lose in the most general sense, but also like he's a Trump supporter, so that pisses off a lot of people, like the Usman fans, the what's his face, the Ngannou fans, you know, etc., etc. That pisses them off. So like that to me is hilarious, seeing Colby Covington do his thing, and yeah, all right, well, hopefully, oh, what do you mean airspace too crowded? What? Oh, that's bullshit, bro. That is bullshit. Anyway, it's just fun to see Colby work, right? It's fun to see him work because he has his own thing, right? I also think Colby won the second fight with Usman, right? You could even say he was winning the first fight with Usman until there was that I won't say unfair, but that weird stoppage. Oh, there. That stoppage was just strange. It was not what should have happened, right? But it got stopped. He ended up losing. Oh well, right? But that second fight, I genuinely think the judges saved Kamaru there. You know, there's always a bias towards the champ that's like absolutely ridiculous. You know, not for long. Whoop. Oh shit. All right. Yeah, that's right, bitch. Oh, uh-oh. Got him. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You watch it. Dude, why will it not? There we go. Got him. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna use this real quick if I can. Charles Olives is always good fights. Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why he's one of my favorites, you know? Do I like Chael Sonnen? Dude, I love Chael Sonnen. I love Chael Sonnen so much. Fucking, really, like, you will never get another Chael Sonnen. It will never happen. Right? Like, there will be shit talkers. There will be guys that they do the whole pro wrestling thing. You will never get another Chael Sonnen. Yep. Alright, there we go. We're just raining ordnance down on everybody. Oh. Alright, there we go. Dumbass. Oh, damn, okay. Oh man, the airspace is too crowded again. Don't worry, I'll just sit here doing that. Here, I don't know, dude. Mayhem Miller. Mayhem Miller was fun too. He was funny as well, you know. Really, like, one of the things that got me into MMA, right, was Pride, right? And Pride allowed you to have a personality. You're not allowed to have a personality today in MMA. The second you start having a personality, like, Dana White starts shit with you for some reason. It's like he doesn't like when people hype fights. The only people who are allowed to do anything is fucking Conor McGregor, and that's it, you know? And John Jones. He'll let John Jones get away with fucking anything and everything all the time, you know? And it's because they're money makers, right, at the end of the day. But, like, the second you try to get something going for yourself, the second you have something, like, all of a sudden Dana's, like, talking shit about you oh, damn. I thought that chick was dead. All of a sudden Dana's talking shit about you because you're, like, trying to get something going for yourself, and he's just being a fucking buzzkill, you know? Oh, alright, okay.
Bruh.
Bruh, you guys suck. That's two now. That's two now.
No, we won the last one. The fuck?
Bruh, nah, bruh.
Yeah,
bro.
Nah.
Suck a dick, bro.
Bruh, you won the last one? I tubed the last one. I tubed the last one. What you gonna do now?
You had 10 kills the last game in 20.
Oh, man. Alright. I'll call it there. But yeah, as I was saying, like, the second you try and have a personality, the second you try and do anything special, right? The second you try to have anything that sets you apart from the rest of the fighters and things like that, Dana hates you for it, right? The only way that you're able to differentiate yourself is the way that Dana approves of, right? Dana will promote you, and if you try to promote yourself, he'll be like, grrr, like, he'll be all up in arms about it, right? That's just what I've noticed, right? That's just what I've seen. And because of this, you have this weird situation where Dana doesn't promote people that much, right? He's got these people who are really good and they're on their way up, but they're not getting pushed in the way that they probably should because Dana's too busy focusing on, like, Sean O'Malley, right? Or somebody else, right? And because of this, fucking, these people, they're just not that famous. They're not making the money that they should be making, etc., etc. And then it creates this weird cycle where it's like, you're not allowed to promote yourself. Dana is the only one who's going to promote you. Dana's not fucking promoting you, though. So you're not getting the promotion, which means you're not getting the eyes on you, which means you're not getting the money. Fucking, it's just a self-fulfilling cycle of, like, Dana despising you for trying to better your fucking situation, right? Like, that's just, I'm not on the inside, right? I don't know shit from an internal standpoint. I really don't know that much in general in terms of, like, the way that Dana is, but from what I've noticed is that, like, whenever I see somebody who tries to differentiate themselves and, like, be different, differentiate themselves and be different, but to differentiate themselves and kind of put a sheen on themselves, put a sleek new shine on themselves, Dana is always there to be like, that dummy, that guy's a dummy. Like, he's always there to say some negative shit, you know? But then he also won't pick up the slack. He also won't sit there and be like, hey, this kid is a killer, bro, this, that, the other thing, which even that is not enough, right? Even that is not enough. You just sitting here being like, that dude's a killer. Like, what would be even better is if these people could promote themselves by allowing their personalities to come out, right? Or by creating a personality around themselves, much like Colby Covington did, right? Much like Sean O'Malley started to do once he got into the UFC, right? But he doesn't want to do that. And because of that, there's a lot of people out there who, like, they aren't allowed to have personalities, right? They get treated like shit if they try to have a personality, and it's just foolish, you know. That's why they go to the WWF or vice versa. I wouldn't say the WWF, you know. Pageantry and big entrances, yes, like that was a huge part of Pride. That's one of the things that like I loved about Pride was the idea of like, because like here's the thing, right? When you're a fighter, like the walkout is crazy, right? Like the walkout is fun, right? It's really really cool to get to walk out in front of all these people and you hear the crowd cheer, right? That's the thing that MMA promotions have over boxing promotions a lot of the time, right? Is that like if you're an amateur boxer, they just slap a ring down in your local VFW, and you know you have like it just kind of is what it is, right? There's no pageantry, there's no nothing. It's your fight. You get in, you do your thing, you get out, right? There is no all right, walk out. They're playing your song. Oh, everybody sees you walking out. They're like, yeah, woohoo, yeah, right? There is none of that. Like the MMA fights that I've been a part of, the MMA shows that I've been a part of, right, have been crazy because, for one thing, like where I fought was a Coliseum setup, right? It was at a play hall, right, where there was a stage and there was an amphitheater setup where you had a balcony, you know, and then you had you know the box seats or whatever I guess you would call it, and then there were floor seats, right? So you have noise, right? So you're walking out, you hear your song blasting, there's lights and shit like that, shit's all dark, and you just feel energy. You just feel the energy, right? That's crazy, right? And it's crazy in a good way. It's really cool, you know? And like it'd be really fucking cool to walk down a fucking 1,000 steps, right? Before your fight, you know? It'd be really cool to get on a fucking elevator, right? An elevating platform, and just to have fucking fireworks going off, and then the fucking platform gets to the top and you slowly appear out of it as the fireworks are blasting. That'd be really fucking cool, dude. Having some Japanese dude scream your name as loud as he can. That'd be cool as shit, dude. That'd be great. Another thing, like some of these dudes, like Mayhem Miller, for instance, Genki Sudo, right? They would go the extra mile and they'd have fucking choreography. Now, me, I'm not a choreography dude. I'm very stoic. You know, I'm all business. I'm getting down there. I'm getting in the cage. I'm loosening up in the cage a little bit, but I'm ready to fucking go, right? But like, it's cool as hell to have those dudes that are like, oh yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna fight and I'm gonna win. I'm gonna fuck this guy up. But before that, I'm gonna do a dance number. You know, that's like cool as shit, bro. That's so awesome. You don't have that anymore, though. You know, fucking MMA has been civilized. It's become civilized, right? Boxing, to a degree, has become civilized as well. Though, I feel like you probably have a little bit more freedom in boxing than you do MMA. You know. Every now and again, what's his face? Dana will approve, like you know, rest in peace, Sinead O'Connor, right? But you know, every now and again he'll have some like Sinead O'Connor shit, right? For Conor McGregor, right? That's what you would see. But typically it's just like, all right, you're gonna walk out, you're gonna get in there, you're gonna fight, you're gonna get the fuck out. We don't like you. You're not our friend. You're barely even our employee. You're an independent contractor who doesn't have the freedom to go elsewhere or fucking negotiate. Like, that's the way they treat you, you know? And it didn't used to be like that either. I feel like I spoke about this recently. One of the things you'll notice, right, is the difference between Dana White in years past and Dana White now. Forrest Griffin was the winner of the Ultimate Fighter 1. He fought Stephen Bonner, which I mentioned him earlier. My coach actually got to train with him in Thailand and in a few other situations, if I remember correctly. But they were both Sit-Yud-Tong guys. Right? Forrest Griffin beat Stephen Bonner. It is the fight that puts the UFC on the map, right? It literally saved the UFC. Bonner versus Griffin saved the UFC from bankruptcy, right? It almost didn't happen, and the reason why is because the Ultimate Fighter won, right? You have all these guys who are doing MMA, and they're like, all right, I want to be on this Ultimate Fighter thing. Why don't I do that? Forrest Griffin was one of them, right? And he, at the last minute, almost didn't get on the plane. He almost was like, nah, I ain't doing it. And you know who called him up? Fucking Dana White. Dana White personally called Forrest Griffin to be like, yo, dude, please, like, come on. Like, you gotta get on that plane, man. Please. We have so much riding on this, dude. Like, that's what he did. Could you imagine Dana White doing something like that now? No. He'd be like, oh, all right, fuck you then. You don't want it? All right, fine. I'll find somebody else. Shit, dude. And it's like, look, I understand. You know, there's a difference between Tough 1 and Tough, what are they on? Tough 400 now? Something like that. I get that there's a difference, right? And there's a greater saturation of competition in MMA today. I get that, right? But Dana, instead of remaining in a more humble state of mind, right, he's decided that he's just going to be a mogul now, and he's going to be like kind of a dickhead about a lot of things, if I'm just being honest with you, you know? It's crazy to see, right? It's just crazy to see the difference, you know? And that has really kind of played out in terms of the UFC. The UFC is soulless now. The UFC is not fun to watch anymore. It's no longer something you look forward to. It's something that you're like, all right, who's fighting this weekend? Oh, fucking Holly Holm. I'll figure out something else to do, man. I don't feel like watching Holly Holm. You know, like that's how it is. That's it used to not be like that. Fucking, but now it is. And there's many reasons for it. I'm not just saying like, oh, Dana White's a bad guy. No. Like, Dana White has done a lot, and he does a lot of good things too. But part of it is the way that Dana runs things, if we're just being honest, you know? Do the Macarena before you choke someone out. Exactly. What would be your walkout song, Scott? I walk out to a different one every time, just because, you know, it's whatever speaks to me. All right. Like the first one I wanted to do "Wheel in the Sky" by Journey, and the DJ fucked up and he played some reggae song, right? And it wasn't even a good reggae song either. It was like a shitty one, you know. I don't know why that happened, right? But it just did. My next fight, I did Cisco Kid by Sublime, right? The fight after that, I did No Lie by 2 Chainz and Drake. Fight after that, I did Scream by Misfits. And the most recent fight that I had, I did, you know, I always forget the name. I legit always forget the name of the song. I know what it is. Hold up. It's that one song that everybody knows by Andrew WK. Yeah, Party by Andrew. No, wait. No, I think it was Party Hard. Yeah, it was Party Hard by Andrew WK. You know, those are all the songs that I've walked out to thus far. Any other fights that I've had, they just didn't have walkout songs. You know, like I had a boxing match that, again, no pageantry at all. You were sitting there with the crowd, like watching the fight before yours, just like that. You got gloves on, you got a shirt on, you got your fucking trunks on, and you're in the shoes that you're gonna wear in the ring, and you're just like, you're just waiting, you're just hanging out waiting. Boom, clock. Refinement culture, as Paul Scalas would call it. I've never heard of either of those, but it sounds interesting. I'll have to you know, I'll have to look into that. Covington is Sonnen light. Yeah, Colby Covington knew Chael Sonnen for a long time, right? To my understanding. Chael Sonnen literally knew Colby Covington since they were like 12. I think it was like a coaching role, right? I would hope it's a coaching role. You know, I would hope so. No, jokes aside, like they've actually known each other for a long time. So I think when Colby was in it, because people don't know this about Colby, right? The way Colby fights, a lot of people considered to be boring, right? He was a pressure fighter who would take you down and pound on you, right? Much like Khabib, right? Colby has better hands than Khabib, though, right? But regardless, like, Dana was like literally threatening to cut Colby even though he hadn't lost. He literally was on like a 2 to 4 fight win streak, if I remember correctly. And Dana was still like, if he keeps fighting like that, we're gonna cut him, right? So that's when Colby was like, all right, well, I gotta figure something out. I gotta be interesting. So I guess I'll be Chaos. Colby Chaos Covington, right? And that's where he did the whole Brazilians, you're filthy animals thing, right? That's where he, oh, excuse me. That's just where, that's how he did it. Refinement culture can be summarized as a general streamlining and removal of any unique characteristics. I do believe that is partially what it is. I'll be honest with you. Whether it's playing out on purpose or not, Colby's striking is underrated in my opinion. Yes, but no. Colby is really good at what he does in terms of striking, but his striking is not as refined as it probably could be, right? He's tough, right? He can take a fucking punch, dude. It's ridiculous. But, it's really just that he's good at what he does, and that's that, which there's nothing wrong with that at all. Right? There's nothing wrong with that. And it's actually good because if it's winning you fights, it's winning you fights. It is what it is. But I would like to see Colby develop his hands just a little bit more. And I'm hoping that that's what he's going to do. I think they said that he's going to be fighting Leon Edwards next, right? That's one where if he decides to stand with Edwards, which I don't think is necessarily the best idea, but if he does decide to stand with Edwards, he's going to have to refine his striking a little bit more, in my opinion, right? Rojogan says he was piecing up Usman in their second fight after the second round. That's not hard to do. I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of people think Usman is a good striker. He's not. He's fucking not. He almost got starched by Gilbert Burns. Getting starched by Gilbert Burns is like, that's not good. That's a bad thing, I could understand getting starched by, say, like, Masvidal, right? Masvidal was always a journeyman, which it's whatever. It's all good, right? But, I would understand if Usman got starched by Masvidal. Now, the second fight, Usman ended up catching Masvidal, much in the same way that Masvidal caught Ben Askren, right? It was kind of a lucky move that they were both banking on working, and if it didn't work, they really didn't have that much more they were going to be able to do, right? Usman got lucky knocking out Jorge. I'll say that right there, right? But Usman, the reason why I don't like him, the reason why I don't respect him as even a champ, I'm not trying to say that he's not a champ or take it away from him or anything like that. The reason I don't like him is because he played everything very safe, and instead of being humble about it, he decided he was going to be a dickhead about it, right? So he's got like a grating personality, just the kind of personality you don't like. You don't want to be around this guy. He fucking sucks, dude. He's terrible to be around, right? But then on top of that, it's not like he wins fights in like a risky way or anything like that. He's not, he's the type of dude who, when he's fighting a striker, he's like, all right, I better get ready to take him down. When he's fighting a grappler, he's like, all right, I better get ready to sprawl and brawl, right? And there's nothing wrong with that, because at the end of the day, you are not getting paid to have exciting fights. You're getting paid to win fights. However, it doesn't mean that I also have to like respect you for it, right? So while I'm not going to take anything away from him, I'm not going to say he's not a champ. I'm not going to say that, it's not okay that he wins fights and things like that. The way he wins fights makes it so that I do not respect him as a champion. I'm just being honest about that. And again, the way that he tried to strike with Gilbert Burns, but still almost got fucking starched, right? Fucking Gilbert Burns, the only thing he's got is the fucking duck and chuck, right? He's throwing overhands and shit like that. it's not good. It's not a good look, right? Usman is not a good champion. He's not going to go down. He was not a good champion. He's not going to go down in history as some kind of like legendary champ or anything like that. He was mid-tier at best. I would even argue that he was like bottom tier in terms of champions and things like that, you know? I think that the first time he would have lost the belt to Colby. I think the second time he should have lost the belt to Colby. And overall, like, if that's not bad enough, his fan base is also dog shit too. You know, this is why I want to see Israel Adesanya lose. I have nothing but respect for Israel Adesanya's striking game, right? I do think he's a boring point fighter, though. And in addition to that, he's always got to make things about race. At least you can say about Usman, like, he doesn't make things about race all the time. With Adesanya, everything's got to be fucking about race with him. It's fucking weird. Like, right after his first fight, I remember this was like where I knew, like, this guy's gonna be a fucking weirdo. He said, like, gold looks better on black skin. He said that to, like, one of the announcers after his first fight in the UFC, and I was just like, here we fucking go. Here we go. All right, now everything he says is gonna be some weird racial fetishist shit. Here we go. And sure enough, that's where he's at now. Every other thing he has to say is, I'm Nigerian. I'm Nigerian. I was Chinese 5 years ago. Now I'm in New Zealand, but I'm Nigerian. Oh, you know, it's fucking annoying. And like, not only do they have annoying personalities, but like their fan bases are also equally as annoying because like these are dudes that again Kamaru Usman was raised in fucking Nebraska. That's where the Marty from Nebraska meme comes from, right? Because they didn't want to pronounce his name. They were like, I can't fucking pronounce that. Your name's Marty now. So he went by Marty, right? And he was raised in fucking Nebraska, right? We all know the story with what's-his-face, Adesanya, right? But his fan base is just like racial supremacists who like desperately want to feel like they are good or they are better than like anybody else strictly because the guy who was born in Nigeria but was raised in New Zealand and like lived in China for a while is good at kickboxing. You know, the guy who I don't even know if he was born in Nigeria. He might have been, but I know his parents are Nigerian, but he was raised in Nebraska and went by Marty for his entire life. Fucking, like, you know, because he's good at, like, game planning and stuff like that. Like, I'm supposed to believe that it's some racial, like, superiority thing. It's just, it's insane, you know? Same thing with Habib. Like, I can't stand his fan base, and, you know, his fan base is transferred over to Islam Makhachev, right? Their fan bases are just thinly veiled racial supremacist movements, basically, if I'm being honest with you. Who, like, every time anything good happens to their guy, they're always, like, using it as a way to be like, we're the best and everybody else is awful. And it's like, that's not how I feel about Colby. I don't feel that way about Colby. I don't feel that way about Sean Strickland, right? Fucking, I like Sean Strickland mainly because he's fucking hilarious, if I'm being honest with you. I don't feel that way about anyone in the fight world. But, like, you have these dickheads who, like, if it wasn't for those people, they wouldn't care about MMA. And they come into my thing and they're like, oh, ha, ha, ha. It's like, dude, shut up. Get the fuck out of here. I hope Sean beats the shit out of Izzy. Right? I hope Sean beats the shit out of Izzy. Because that's going to make them especially mad. That's going to make them especially upset that it was Sean Strickland of all people who ends up beating Izzy. I don't know if it's going to happen. I mean, maybe it will, right? Izzy is not known for his power, right? And Sean Strickland is a tough dude. You know, it's one thing getting KO'd by fucking Pereira, right? That dude's got dynamite. The dude's got grenades for hands, right? But you know, maybe Strickland could have a chance, right? But I don't know if he's gonna, you know. But it would be hilarious to see him end up winning, just to piss off all the racial supremacists who are mad, you know. Anyway, Kevin Lee backed out of the gym fight with Sean. Yeah, I don't fucking blame him. Sean Strickland's insane. I really hope Strickland and Izzy fight, even though the UFC doesn't want it. The press conference that would be great. Yeah, I don't know why the UFC wouldn't want it. Actually, I do, because everything's politics today. You know, it's like I was saying a little bit earlier. You know, everything's politics between them. You know, and they probably don't like the optics of Sean Strickland, the guy who will straight up say like, "Hey, like, yeah, I used to be a certain way." I ain't giving people that soundbite, right? He will say that he used to be racist, right? Like the optics of someone like that beating the shit out of a black champion who lauds, or not lauds, but who loves to talk all about how like Nigeria #1, you know, gold looks better on black skin, right? They don't like the optics of that. They feel like they'd probably get accused of racism or something like that. Like that would be my guess. I'm not saying that 100%. I'm just saying that's my personal guess as to why maybe they don't like the idea of that, right? You could say, oh, well, Sean Strickland doesn't really deserve it. And it's like, well, who did he lose to? Only person I know that he's lost to recently was Pereira. And, well, Pereira ain't around anymore. So, what do you want, you know? The only fighter who brings up race I agree with is Muhammad Ali. I think any fighter who brings up race is annoying. I'll be honest with you. Like I don't care what it's about. You know, it's one thing. It's one thing if you're like hanging out, right, and like somebody asks you about what you believe in terms of like, you know, racial issues and shit like that. It's like, all right, fine. Like that. We're not in a fight setting, you know. Like I'm not saying people can't ever talk about anything or have an opinion. I just think that in a fight setting, it's ridiculous, you know, especially because it's so one-sided, you know. You have all these black fighters who are literally allowed to like bring race into it in a way that is like so toxic, you know. Like I forget who it was. There was this one guy kind of recently. I think it was versus Lomachenko. I believe it was versus Lomachenko. He was like, "I'll never lose to a white boy," and it's like, why? Like, what is it about white people that makes you so sure you're not gonna fucking lose to us? Like, interesting. Imagine if somebody said the inverse of that. How do you think that would work? Oh, whoever said that would be in deep shit. That's how it would work, right? And of course, the dude ended up losing to the white boy. Interesting, you know. You know, it's just crazy. Like I don't like when race gets brought into my shit, right? Politics, I'm not as big of a fan, right? But like if it's done right, I think it can be funny. Like Colby brought in the whole Trump thing to be part of his character as a heel, as chaos, because he knows that the nerds and virgins will be mad about it. And because of that, the hate will bring him more attention, right? So like that's a way that he did it right. But at the end of the day, I don't even really like when politics are brought into fighting, let alone like race shit. It's fucking annoying, you know? It's like when people try and bring politics into religion or religion into politics, you know? You know, the word of God is not a worldly thing, you know? When somebody uses religion to try and justify their politics, I think that's like foolish to a degree, you know? I understand making your politics based off of what you feel, or not what you feel, but I understand basing your political opinions or beliefs based off of what your religion states, right? But to then sit there and turn around and be like, well, the Lord said, is like, no, that's stupid. You know, I don't like that, you know. You need to have legitimate reasons aside from just God said, because most people will not agree with you. And in addition to that, it's also taking the word of God and putting it into a worldly context that you are not wholly qualified to really do, in my opinion, right? If that makes sense, what I'm trying to say. I'm probably gonna go ahead and head out though. I streamed for longer than I even wanted to. I didn't. Damn it, you guys kept me. You guys kept me for too long. Damn it. No, but jokes aside, thank you everybody who showed up. I really appreciate it. As I said, please feel free to like the stream and everything like that. Man, I got way too much